Welcome back. Now we are going to go through click actions, canvas sets, site canvases, and some fun things like testimonials. So welcome back. Picking right back up where we left off, we are going to go through and talk about linking things. So the best place to show you that is probably in your footer. I'm going to click into here and go to edit footer. We can see a list of all of our pages on this side and then a book an appointment button. All of that buttons and links are our click action. So if I click on home right here, I'll zoom in a bit so we can see. Click on home, it will bring up text style. And then if you go down to click actions, you can see that this is linked to a page and then it's linked to a specific page, which is the home page. This is true for the about page. This is the services page as well as the experience. All you need to do to link things to a specific page is click on what you want to link. So book an appointment. We are going to select where we want it to go to. In this case, it's a page. And then we select the page that we want to go to. So the contact page. When it comes to buttons with shapes, instead of just links on single pieces of text, I also like to link the button behind the text just because you never really know where someone's going to click. This whole thing reads as a button. Someone may click on this edge, and if they do, they're hitting the shape, but I still want it to go to the same place. The cool thing about Showit is you can make anything a button. Same thing for like icons and other things on your site. If you want to link to Instagram, Facebook, or Pinterest, you would select social link from the drop down, and then if you have set up your social media channels inside of the site settings, we went over that I believe in the second video, you can just select Instagram or Pinterest or Facebook or whatever your social media is from the drop down. If you want to link to an external URL, same thing, you would switch to URL here and then you would just paste in the URL and you can choose whether or not that opens up in a new window. Going back over to the home page, I will talk about some other areas where you'll be linking things. So these learn more buttons, these can go to different pages. So hair, brows, and skin, we'll pretend that these are 3 different services that have their own individual service page. So what you would do is duplicate that single services page, rename it, and then you'll be able to select, for example, hair. Instead of single service, it will say hair, and that's how you'll be able to connect it. Another way that click actions are used are through your testimonials. So if we scroll down here, we have this testimonial canvas. On the live site or on the preview, when someone clicks on these arrows, it cycles through the different testimonials and the content changes. The way that's set up is through something called Canvas views. We have Canvas View 1 and Canvas View 2 inside of this testimonial canvas. So when I click on 2, it swaps out the quote and the who it's by. In order to set that up, I'm going to click on the element, which is in this case is an arrow, and I'm going to click on canvas. Instead of page or social link or URL, I'm going to click canvas. We have to designate the canvas that it's going to, and in this case, it's not going to a different canvas on the page, it's just staying on the same canvas we're on, so I'm going to select this canvas, and then it just goes to the next one in the rotation. I have a loop canvas views checked, someone could click through this and it's just going to keep cycling through and through. If I want to add another testimonial to this, the best way to do that is actually to just duplicate what's already here. So I'll click on the 3 dots and click on duplicate. This is going to give us another view. I'm going to click on the 3 dots and rename, and I will just say view number 3. Perfect. And then I can switch out the content. Now the key is to only switch out the things that are in this little folder. So everything that's outside of the folder, the text client love and the 2 arrows, that needs to stay consistent. That means it doesn't change. So you'll leave that alone and you'll just change out the content. You can reorder these canvas views if you'd like. And if you need to delete one, you'll click on the 3 dots and click on delete. Now it looks like I deleted everything, but that's just because these canvas views are closed. If I just click on it, it'll open back up. If we click back over to the site tab, we talked about pages. I want to go down to where it says site canvases down here. So we have things like an announcement bar, 2 different types of navigations, a book now button, our footer, and mobile navigation, as well as our 404 page. So what these are canvases that are reused in the same exact way throughout the site. For example, your footer is used on every single page of your website and it's used in the same exact way. The reason that this is a site canvas is so when we make changes to it, we don't have to make that same change on, say, 10 or 15 pages. We just do it once. Site canvases are a really, really great tool, but just make sure when you are editing any of these canvases that you know that those edits are going to take place across the board. If you want to convert something into a site canvas, that's easy to do. You will pick a page. Let's say this artist page. Say I want to make this a site canvas, this Meet the Founder, and I want to use it on a different page. I can click over to the page tab, click on these 3 dots, and then click convert to a site canvas. Then this kind of stripe effect goes on top. That's just an extra signal to be like, hey, this is a site canvas. Then when I go into edit, it's kind of in its own isolation mode here. That's just another sign that this is a site canvas. You can make those changes, and then everywhere that this canvas is used, those changes will populate. You also can undo your site canvas. Say I don't want this to be a site canvas anymore. Same thing, I click on these 3 little dots and then click convert to page canvas, and it will no longer be a site canvas on this specific page. If I had used this canvas elsewhere on the site, it would still be a site canvas on that page. Underneath site canvases, we have something called canvas sets, and basically canvas sets are groups of site canvases. We have set up here the default menu. So if I were to add a new page, if I click on pages and click on plus, and then I'm going to add a blank page, I automatically start out with the dark navigation canvas set, which includes the menu, the book now button, as well as that footer. If I click into here, you can see it's got a little star. If I click on Canvas Set up at the very top left, you can see all of the canvases that are included in here. Now we have the announcement bar hidden, but that is something that you can turn on if you'd like to. If I click on this little eye, this means it's hidden. I'll click on Edit Announcement Bar, and I can change this to visible on desktop, and if I want to, also visible on mobile, and then I can put in my announcement here, and then that way this announcement bar is going to populate across the board. So if I can put, now open, or booking new clients, or, there's a sale going on, I can go ahead and turn that on. And then if I would like to remove the announcement bar, all I have to do is click on these 3 little dots here and uncheck visible on desktop and uncheck visible on mobile. It's definitely better to do that rather than deleting it, because then it's there for you next time you want to throw up your announcement bar. There's also another canvas set. If we scroll down to the bottom, this is the light menu. So sometimes this light works better depending on what your background image is. So that's why we have the 2 different options here. You can choose which pages they apply to over here on the very right. For example, the light navigation is on the home page, the experience page, and it looks like the blog pages, whereas the dark nav is on all of the other ones. On the light navigation, you also have that announcement bar option. So if you do add the announcement bar, make sure that you go to the light version and add it on there as well with the same content.